We're here on the second day of Merchant Payments Ecosystem. It's been another amazing day filled with interesting conversations with industry veterans. And I happen to be with one today. Laura McCracken, welcome.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Yeah, wonderful to see you and so glad of you to join us. I've got a few quick questions for you. One of which is, I guess, MP is such a fantastic show. I know you've been involved for some time now. What does it mean to you personally to be at a show like this?
Well, I think in a word, it's about the ecosystem, which is part of your name, Merchant Payment Ecosystem. So I love the fact that you're bringing together not only the payment providers and the banks it's also bringing in the merchants. So that's really important to me. It's getting to spend time with the merchants.
So let's talk about, one of your specialities is social commerce. I know it's something you're very passionate about. Why don't you give us the heads up on one of the key trends that you're seeing in that area of social commerce?
Yes, well, I've been talking to a lot of companies that are trying to figure out their super app strategy. And so let me just quickly define what I mean by super app, because everyone has a different definition. So to me, a super app is kind of like a stack. You start off with digital identity. Then you have a wallet, which has different types of payment methods. Maybe it's stored value, maybe it's card rails, maybe it's banking rails, could even be blockchain rails, digital currencies. On top of that, you've got some way of connecting people and or merchants. So some sort of social networking. You think of Facebook or things like that. Then on top of that, you have a marketplace where people are buying and selling. You have small business people selling to other people. So building a marketplace like Alibaba. Alibaba is the classic marketplace. It was the first original marketplace. Amazon copied them. So that's my stack. And so a lot of companies are trying to figure out how do they build themselves to start wherever they are and how they become a super app. So companies like Revolut, they see themselves as becoming a financial super app. You have companies like Klarna becoming a financial super app. You also have mobile wallets or telcos that want to take their mobile wallets and how do they put commerce onto it. So that's really the big thing. You can create a super app from a million different locations. So how do you start with where you are and get to that ultimate destination to increase your engagement with customer?
In that stack, I find that really interesting, by the way. So within that stack, is there any area that's more important than the other for kind of making it happen?
I'd say digital identity. And that's where we're kind of falling down in Europe on digital identity. We still don't really have it nailed, certainly not in the UK. I think you're a little further ahead of us in Europe. But if you look at Asia, China and India and Brazil, where they've got digital identities integrated into the wallet, that gives you a foundation upon which to build. And if you don't have that, you can't really transact with each other safely in a social commerce environment.
Yeah, we've anecdotally done some research on that. And where you see open banking really taking off is in markets where they have either a government mandated EID or a very strong use case driving consumers into an EID. So I guess that marries up. The second point would be, after EID, would it be payments or is it somewhere else? Is it creating that marketplace because payments can kind of fit in?
Well, payments is really, if you want to unlock social commerce, payments is key. So the way it's done today in the West, you're actually diverted from a website. Let's say I'm on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok in the West. What happens is I click on an ad. It takes me off of my experience, takes me out of my experience onto a different website where I then have to transact. So we as payments people have to create the ability to create native payments within the app so you never have to leave. We could talk for hours about why that's going to improve the customer experience. It's going to improve trust. But again, you need the digital identity in the wallet to make sure that we are not going to fall into too much fraud, working with fake profiles and bots and things like that.
Thank you, Laura. So final question for you. You've been recognized in the Payments Power 50 as one of the 10 influencers. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's such an honor. You called me to give me the news a few months ago. It's a huge honor. And again, I've been coming to Merchant Payment Ecosystems for probably 7 or 8 years. I don't know if that's part of it, but it's about being able to, I think it's part of me being able to have a place to give back, share information, share knowledge with people. That's really all it means to me. A little nice recognition, an opportunity to meet people and mentor others in the future.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Laura.
Thanks.